everyone, my name is Dara Rath and I'm a pastor at Faith Lutheran Church in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. And each week I bring you a story that takes about 5 minutes to watch. The story this week is called Ribbons and Forgiveness, and it's in a book called Flowers in the Wind by Robert Coos. This is a wonderful story. There was once a handsome young man in his 20s who was traveling alone on a bus. Occasionally he would look away from the window with anxiety on his face, and an occasional tear would fall from his eyes. A grandmother sitting nearby noticed the young man's anxiety, and it touched her heart. So she left her seat on the other side of the bus and went and sat next to him. After some small talk, the young man told the grandmother about how he had been in prison for 2 years and had just gotten out that morning. He told the woman how his family was very poor and did not have much education. They were, however, a proud family, and his crime had brought shame and heartache to his parents. In the 2 years he had been in prison, he had not heard from his family at all. He knew that they were too poor to travel the distance to visit the prison, and he knew that his parents probably felt too uneducated to write. After a while, he had stopped writing them. 3 weeks before he was to be released, however, he wrote one more letter. He told them how sorry he was for disappointing them, and he asked for their forgiveness. He then wrote how he was going to be released from prison and that the bus he would be on would go right past their house. He said that he would understand if they did not forgive him. He wanted to make it easy for his parents, so he gave them a signal they could use so that he could see it from the bus. If they had forgiven him and wanted him home, they should tie a white ribbon on the old apple tree that stood in front of the yard. If the signal did not appear, he would stay on the bus, leave town, and be out of their lives forever. As the bus neared the street where his parents lived, he became so anxious that he couldn't look out the window. The grandmother, after listening to his touching story, said, "Would it help if we traded seats? I'll sit by the window and look out for you." He readily agreed. After a few more blocks, the grandmother touched the young man's shoulder, and choking back tears, she said, "Look, the whole tree is covered with white ribbons." Isn't this a beautiful story about forgiveness? It's a sort of a message that says, the past is gone, it's history. The mistakes we make in our lives are not permanent in nature, rather they are transitory. We can always make up for our mistakes. Instead of reliving the mistakes of our past, we should focus on the present and on the future. Beating ourselves up over our past mistakes does no good. So, that's a wonderful story that Robert Coos has put into this book about forgiveness. You know, I think that forgiveness is one of the most difficult things that we have to do in life, is to forgive someone who might have hurt us. And this story illustrates that, in fact, it can happen. What a wonderful story. Thanks for taking 5, and blessings on your day.